All right, Dad, what are we doing?
All right, well, it's Saturday morning. We're headed out to middle of nowhere pretty much.
Yeah.
Going to buy pallets. Liquidation pallets.
You know what kind of pallets we're buying?
This guy, Aaron, says we got all kinds of pallets. We got high piece count pallets, we got Amazon pallets, we got Walmart pallets, we got Target pallets, we got Overstock. They got everything. We're just gonna go in there, we're gonna walk around. See, here's the secret. You gotta walk around the pallets, and what you can see through, because they're wrapped up, you can't see inside. Whatever you see on the outside, you're like, oh, I see a Razor scooter, or I see a blender. Look for stuff that's valuable. So in other words, we have no clue what we're doing. And so it begins, the journey of buying pallets and trying to flip the items for cash. In today's video, I'm going to share the extremely unexpected reason I'm buying liquidated items. Spoiler alert, it's not really about making money. The 3 most valuable and the 3 least valuable items I found in these pallets and how much money it's all worth.
All right, guys, we made it. We made an off-road.
Of course, before I even made it to the warehouse, I missed a turn and ended up on a bumpy dirt road. So how in the world did I find myself in the middle of nowhere looking for a massive warehouse full of liquidated items from Amazon and other stores? Well, it honestly didn't start with how I thought I could make money. Rather, it started with the idea of my oldest son who is in college looking for a job. He's getting low on cash and wants to make some money.
Let's do it! Yeah!
He was looking at regular jobs, but then the idea struck me. What if we could start something together that he runs that helps him earn enough money for college, but at the same time teaches him some business skills? Sounds awesome. Gotta wait for the owner.
Yeah.
He's getting gas at the Shell station.
We're a few
We
minutes
were
late.
almost 10 minutes
Yeah.
late.
Where's the good pallets?
Follow him. The owner arrived and we started looking around at the warehouse full of pallets looking for our first score. Oh, and it just so happens that I have a rather large detached garage on my property, so I have that unique advantage that I can store a bunch of products in my garage at no cost. So the idea is that I would pony up the startup capital, pay my son and other employees an hourly wage, and then we all hope that there's some profits left over to share. I'll get into the specifics of costs, potential profits, and how much money I actually expect to take home from this little business. After walking around and chatting with the pallet warehouse guy, I convinced myself to buy not 1, but 3 pallets. Their first pallet is what's called a high piece count pallet, which is a variety of returned items from various locations. I bought this one for $400. Next was an Amazon Monster pallet. These are returned products from Amazon, a variety of items. The pallet we bought looked like it might have a 3D printer and an air fryer and other kitchen appliances, so I took the gamble on this one for $700. Finally, the pallet guy told us about another pallet program for medium-sized electronic returns that may or may not be broken. He was clear that these items could require work to fix, but I took a gamble anyway on this one for $400. I could see a big Keurig box, and I thought maybe that could be worth some money if nothing else. I could see a bunch of interesting looking items in boxes on the pallets, but what will really be inside? I also think I see a couple of drills in there, but I can't be sure until I do some unboxing. I cannot wait to start opening these pallets. All right, so I'm finally starting to go through some of these pallets. I'm gonna focus on the very first pallet first. It's just an open pallet with like 500 items. I've gone through 20 or 30 items so far, but I'm gonna show you what I'm doing. Basically, I'm sorting things out into 2 piles, things that I can quickly find online and I know that they have value. For example, this is a brand new, you can't see it very well, but this is a brand new kids accordion. Unopened, unused, it's selling between $40 and actually $80 on eBay. Brand new on Amazon's like $40. Then I've got a whole bin of stuff that I'm putting, like, I don't know exactly what this is, or it's gonna be a little bit harder. For example, these filters are really unlabeled. They're gonna be really hard to find exactly what they are. So it's just gonna take more time, so I'm putting them in this bin. You know, a random witch's hat, a cheap no-name phone case. I'm sorting things out into 2 piles to try and get, what is this stuff worth? What should I sell first? These are selling for $7 or $8. All right, solar glasses, potentially $6. Tutu ballerina costume or something. Happy Halloween dog apparel. Pulled open, unopened box, 6-pack, 3-ring binders, $20 on eBay. Nice. Now, if I wanted to scale this reselling business, I would start capturing the emails of people that are interested in supporting the teenagers running this business. So while they are hopefully interested in buying unique products that we find on these liquidation pallets, they might be just as interested in supporting potential college students as they try to make money. It's a win-win. People buy stuff at steep discounts, and they get to help contribute to ambitious teenagers trying to earn some money. To make capturing emails easier, I'll set up a quick landing page and email opt-in form using a tool like Lead Pages, which I'm happy to share is the sponsor of today's video. Lead Pages gets me a great looking landing page and a way to capture the leads without having to build an entire website. If you have zero coding skills but want to create landing pages that represent your brand professionally, Lead Pages makes it effortless. With over 90 integrations, it easily connects with your favorite apps, making it simple to fit into your existing workflow. Check this out. Within just a few minutes, I can quickly write a headline, add pictures, and get a fully functioning landing page up with Lead Pages that is building a potential buyer's email list and helping to grow this liquidation business long term. I can even use the Lead Pages AI writer to quickly help me rewrite the summary in a more enthusiastic tone. Looks good. Or I can change button colors, sizes, and actions without any coding experience. As I tweak this landing page, I can share the story of the teenagers working in this business and have a call to action for people to add their email list to get notified when the new items go up for sale. Everything you can see here was done within just a few minutes directly in Lead Pages without any coding. Lead Pages also offers powerful code-free landing page templates, A/B testing, AI content generation, and even e-commerce tools to help you sell your own products. Lead Pages users generate an average of 12 plus leads every day. Go to tryleadpages.co/niche to get your first 14 days for free and start generating more leads. Thanks again to Lead Pages for sponsoring today's video. All right, I just spent a few hours over the last couple of days unboxing this pallet and trying to go through everything to figure out what exactly I have in this. And so I've gone through hundreds of items. Like, I really do think there was about 500 items in this pallet. And I went through and priced the ones that I could find quickly. And so I laid everything out. I priced the ones that I could find. But I have a ton of, like, maybe 300 other items that I just threw in a bin because it was going to be hard to price. They were maybe broken or just wasn't worth going through the time to figure those out. But I have a tally here that I'm going to share with you. But first I wanted to go through some of the items that I pulled out of this pallet. I mean, there was things ranging from like this toy, the Stranger Things figures. They go for about $12 a pop. I ended up with like 5 of these boxes. Got Amazon Basics fiber. We got these badminton. I got a couple of these. There's about $5 a pop. We got Preparation H. These go for like $30 a box. Unfortunately, I got another box that looks pretty damaged. Might not be able to sell that thing. Some sunscreen, about $8 a pop. 3 of these juicers. I'm gonna have to go through and test them. The one that I did test does work, but I'm gonna test them all. Those are about $30 a pop. And then maybe one of my favorite finds, just because it's such a small, easy to ship item. The peel off masks, these Golden brand, these are about $10 each, and I got 5 total of these. So that's $50. So in total, with all the items that I sorted and priced, all the unsorted items, if I put a value of maybe $300 on all of those, including the phone cases, I might have a total value of items of about $1,800. Now, I paid $400 for the pallet, so that seems like a $1,400 profit, but you do have to realize that I'm gonna sell a lot of these items at a discount, so what the actual profit will be, I don't know. Maybe it's $500, maybe it's $600 on the pallet, but it's a lot of work, but a ton of fun. Now, what I'm left with is I haven't even gotten into pallet 2 and 3. So I have a ton more items, and these are the more valuable pallets. Boy, going through these high piece count pallet, I don't know if I'm gonna ever do this again. We'll see how it sells. It's gonna be a lot of fun. I'll keep you guys posted. All right, I'm starting to go through the big Amazon Monster pallet. Just wanted to show you some of my finds. I've got things like these Wi-Fi extenders. Actually has 3 of them in it. These are $33 each. I got these Air Choice radiator heaters. I got, I think, 3 of these small ones so far. They're about 40 bucks a pop. And then I don't know if you can see this behind here, but I have 4 boxes of these large radiator heaters, which go for $60 to $70 each. I've got heating pads that, like 20 bucks. I got 4 or 5, I don't know, some sort of cosmetic treatment using light. You wear this mask. Kind of creepy when I open the box. I've got this little portable nebulizer. That's about 30 bucks. The masks are about 30 bucks. And then I got a box here I have not opened yet. I do not know what's in this. There's no label on it. And of course, inside I've got more boxes. So it looks like it's more related to the Air Choice. Same Air Choice fan and a 3rd one. All right, each of these Air Choice fans appear to be about 40 bucks. So that was a box of 3 of them. Cool. All right, I just unloaded several boxes. I don't know what's in any of these. Double Rhythm, Beautiful Magic, gel polish. And we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 of these. These appear to be about $10 a piece. From what I can tell, this appears to be about a $30 humidifier. Got multiple boxes of air purifiers, but I've got 4 of these. These are going for as much as $80 on Amazon right now. Okay, let me explain some of the math behind this business. Honestly, I'm not doing it to make a bunch of money. I'm starting this business as a way for my kids and others to have the opportunity to learn and save up for college. So I spent $1,500 for these 3 pallets. I don't know the exact value of these pallets, but let's say everything sells for $4,000, which I do believe is possible. In fact, the value might be closer to $5,000 or $6,000, but I won't really know until it sells over the next few months. However, I will likely spend about $2,500 on wages for my kids and other teenagers because I'm paying them an hourly wage to take inventory, list items, and ship the items. So doing the quick math, if I have revenue of $4,000 minus the wages of $2,500 and minus the pallet costs of $1,500, that will leave me with exactly $0 in profit. And frankly, I would be thrilled. I get to unbox a bunch of random items, teach my kids how to run a business, their college gets funded, and I lose $0. Sounds like a win to me. If you enjoy watching videos of me where I make exactly $0 in profit, then you should really hit the subscribe button. I'll be sure to provide updates whether I actually profit or lose it all. Also, I have a goal to hit 100,000 subscribers, and I'm getting really close. I would really appreciate it if you took a second and hit that subscribe button for me. Thank you so much. All right, I finally got the one that says 3D printer on it. Ugh. Let's see what this bad boy is. Okay, my handy dandy pocket knife. I see a manual. I think this really is a 3D printer. It looks brand new in the box. Like it's got the original packaging. Yeah, baby, we got a 3D printer. Yeah, it's like never, it looks like it's, well, that box looks like it's, yeah, that's good. It's just a little damaged in shipping. It's a Saturn IV Ultra 16K 3D printer by Allegro. Dude, $474. $474, baby! All right, I got a ton of help here today. People doing inventory, people opening packages. It's a serious operation here. Now that I've had a chance to go through all the items and get things organized, I can reveal the top 3 most valuable items and the 3 least valuable items. Let's start with the 3 least valuable. First, there were a bunch of broken items. These cheap reading glasses are super scratched and unusable. This face massager thing was also completely broken and wouldn't even turn on. Second is expired products. I got a number of good products like these prenatal vitamins. However, they expired about a year ago, so there's no way I can sell these. I got several other expired items as well. Bummer. And the third least valuable items are these misprinted signs. Side by side or miles apart, Grand Kiss without the D are always close to the heart. Well, these signs are now close to my heart as they provide a good laugh but will bring me no money, unfortunately. Okay, for the 3 most valuable items, here's what I got. Honorable mention goes to these 2 motorcycle trunks. They are worth about $100 each, but those are the 4th most valuable items. However, the 3rd most valuable item is this little 49cc kids motorcycle. It's literally a mini motorcycle that is gas operated. It looks brand new and never used. This exact item is currently selling for $200 on Amazon. The 2nd most valuable item is this commercial Keurig coffee maker. This item in brand new condition is selling for over $800 on Amazon. Wow. However, this one is used and needs to be cleaned up. I plugged it in and it does power on just fine, and these Keurig machines in used condition are indeed selling for $375 and up. I shouldn't have any problem selling it for at least $400 or more. So even though this is the most valuable item from the pallets in new condition, it's used, so I'm not quite sure what I can get for it. And finally, the most valuable item that I pulled off these pallets is indeed the Lego 3D printer. This Saturn IV Ultra Series in the 16K version is in brand new condition and sells for $499. I'll likely try to sell this 3D printer for close to $400 plus shipping since it is indeed brand new, but with an open box. With just these 3 items, I should be able to make back over half the money I invested into the pallets. And check this out. It's now been a couple of weeks since I bought these pallets, and we've listed about 30 of the items and already sold 6. I sold this drill for about $30, this kid's accordion for $35, then I sold 2 of these humidifier filters for a total of $50. And we still have 1 more to sell. Then you can see a couple of the other items we sold, including this Stranger Things toy for $12. Now I have to confess that for these first items, I've been offering free shipping, and sometimes the shipping was more expensive than I thought it would be. So I'm going to start charging customers for shipping to optimize the bottom line. Oh, and my family came and looked at all the junk in my garage and wanted to buy a few items. So I sold my dad a drill for $30, my brother a massage gun for $20, and then a couple of other items for about $15. In total, I've officially sold $219.82. As mentioned before, I'd be happy if I break even with these first 3 pallets once I factor in paying wages to my son and other teenagers. But we are still learning this business, and the best way to learn and improve is by doing. Would I recommend others get into this business? I don't know yet. It's a ton of work. Don't underestimate that part of it. But I have to confess that I haven't had this much fun with a new business in a long time. It's kind of silly how excited I get when I receive a new offer on eBay and I haggle over $5. I love unboxing the items and dreaming of what could be. I've found the thrill of the hunt, and I think I just might be hooked. What do you think? Should I go buy a few more pallets? By the way, I ended up with about 20 of these masks, each worth about $25 to $30, and almost 10 of these mole removers worth about $20 each, and another 10 of these mini drones, each worth about $20 or so. If you want any of these items, let me know. If you enjoyed this video, I would be extremely grateful if you hit the subscribe button. This will ensure that YouTube knows that I'm doing a good job, and it's the best way for you to know when I post my next update. Thanks again for watching.